Hello, good morning. I bid to our lecturer, Dr. Cham Chaili. My name is Nur Shamina Billah binti Samsuri, and my other partner is Nur Aishairah binti Abu Bakar. So today we are going to present on the group assignment 3 on managerial business analytics. Okay, let's go at the question. Okay, so this question is about the goal programming. Okay, and the question is to formulate this as a goal program sensitivity analysis, which include a strict requirement that capacities cannot be violated, and interpret your result. Okay, for the first, which we need to construct a constraint equation where x1 equal to KL, x2 equal to Penang, and x3 equal to Johor. And the regional warehouse, which is warehouse 1, warehouse 2, warehouse 3, and also supply, act as the constraint. Okay, this is where 4x1 plus 5x2 plus 4x3 less or equal to 120. And 6x1 plus 7x2 plus 3x3 less or equal to 130. Same goes with the constraint of warehouse 3 and constraint of supply. Okay, for the next is where we need to construct a goal. This is where for the first goal, each source should ship as much of its capacity as possible, and the number shipped to and for the second goal, the number shipped to each destination should achieve the demand. And the third goal, the capacity of Johor should be divided as evenly as possible between warehouse 1 and warehouse 2 and also warehouse warehouse 2. And for the fourth goal is the total cost should be less than 1,400. Okay, for the next step is we need to construct a deviation variables where d negative equal to each source should ship lesser than of its capacity as possible. D1 plus is equal to each source should ship as much of its capacity as possible. The same goes to the D2 minus until D4 plus. Okay, for this deviation variable, for the goal 1, the answer is D1 negative, where each source should ship lesser than of its capacity as possible. And for D2, it will be as the D2 negative, where the number shipped to each destination should not achieve the demand. And for the D3, we will choose the D3 negative, where the capacity of Johor should be divided not evenly as possible between warehouse 1 and warehouse 2. And for the D4, we choose D4 plus, where the total cost should be more than 1,400. Okay, minimize the total deviation based on parity, which is P1 D1 minus plus P parity 2 D2 minus plus P3 D3 minus plus P4 D4 plus. This is in this deviation variable, we need to choose the variable that is opposite to the goals. Okay, then I will pass to the next presenter.
Hi, good morning. My name is Nur Aishairah binti Abu Bakar. Now I'm going to proceed the presentation with the QM result. So the first step, before we put the value into the QM windows, we need to have the goal equations from the constraint that we have made before. So from the first picture here, we have 4 goals equation because we have 4 constraints. And then the second picture here is the value that we have put from the goal equations into the QM windows. Moving on to the next slide is about the summary of the QM window. There will be three things that we need to explain about these results. The first one is about the value. The second one is about non-achievable. And then the third one is about constraint analysis results. For the value column, it will state the best number of production for each variable so that we can achieve the goals. And then for the non-achievable column, it will state whether that priority can be pursued or not. If the value is 0, that means that priority can be pursued. But if the priority have the value other than 0 for this non-achievable, it means that priority cannot be pursued. The third one is about constraint analysis. So here we can identify which priority and constraint has been fully achievement or overachievement. If the value is 0, it means that priority is fully achievement. But if the value is other than 0, greater than 0, it means that priority has been overachievement by a certain number of units. Okay, so let's look at the first one, which is about the value. So this is the best number of production for each variable. So we have three variables, x1, x2, and x3. So for x1, the value is 0. For x2, the value is 24. That means that the best value of production for x2 is 24 units. And then for x3, the value also is 0. So these are the best value of production for each variable so that the company can achieve their target. And then next we are going to proceed with the non-achievable column. We can see that priority 1, 2, and 3, the value is 0. That means that for priority 1, 2, and 3, it can be proceeded. But it is different with the priority 4. The value is 1000. That means that priority 4 cannot be proceeded. Next is we are going to explain about constraint analysis. We have the positive deviation variables and also we have the negative deviation variables. So we are going to identify whether the value is 0 or greater than 0. If both columns for positive and negative deviation variables, the value is 0, that means that constraint is fully achievement. But if the value is other than 0, greater than 0, it means that it has been overachievement. So we can say that here, goal 1, or we call as the constraint 1, both value for positive and negative deviation variables, the value is 0. That means that constraint 1 is fully achievement. But it is different with the constraint 2, 3, and 4. The negative deviation variables, the value is 0. But for the positive deviation variables, constraint 2 has 38 units. It means that constraint 2 has been overachievement by 38 units. And same goes to constraint 3. The positive deviation variables, the value is 42. It means that it has been overachievement by 42 units. And also same goes to constraint 4. The value for positive deviation variables is 1000. It means that it has been overachievement by 1000 units. So in conclusion, we can conclude that for this 4 constraint, constraint 1 is the best one because it is fully achievement and there is no overachievement. When there is overachievement, it means that the company has facing a huge loss. Yeah. But for constraint 1, when there is fully achievement and there is no overachievement, that means the company can achieve their goals by getting enough profit. So that's all from me and Shamimi. Thank you so much.